What's up, YouTube? This is Angel here from Strengthisfirst, and I'd like to talk about training volume and what does that mean to a beginner strength athlete. Now, training volume is the amount of weight you do multiplied by the amount of reps you do multiplied by the amount of sets you do. So if you do a 100-pound squat for one set of 10, you only squat once a week, your training volume for that week would be 1,000 pounds. So what does this have to do with a beginner strength athlete? Usually, beginner strength athletes increase their training volume by increasing in weight each time they have a successful workout. So a typical beginner strength program would be 3 times a week with alternating rest days. And if you squat, for example, on Monday, let's say 100 pounds, then on your Wednesday's workout, you're going to squat 105 pounds. Already, you see that your daily volume has increased. And for beginners, this is an appropriate progression since you have been untrained and you haven't experienced any difficult training so far. So for beginners, it's all right to measure daily volume, but really you just measure the amount of weight you done successfully. Usually for a 3 set of 5 workout, if you're able to do that, you just jump onto the next weight and your volume would have already increased. So usually beginners don't worry about their training volume and how to manipulate it into their program until they reach to a intermediate program, actually. So whether this is 6 months, whether this is 2 years, typically, my personal belief, I think beginners should stay on their beginner program for at least a year. They need to know what training, how they respond to high amounts of training volume, what happens when you increase both volume and intensity at the same time. So that's something that I didn't mention before, your training intensity, which will also gradually increase as you get heavier and heavier. But the topic for today is training volume, and that is always going up as soon as you increase weight and keep everything the same. Beginners don't really need to worry about it. Just be consistent with your training program, and as long as you're not manipulating anything, you should be just fine. I could remember when I was doing starting strength twice. I did Grayskull linear progression once. I even did Mad Cow 5x5 modified version once. And again, it's all about not manipulating the program, not skipping any days. Everything was laid out for you from the get-go. 3 times a week, you're going to do XYZ program, and if you're successful, do something a little hard next time, which usually is add 5 pounds to your squat, add 5 pounds to your deadlift, add 5 pounds to your bench press, add 5 pounds to your overhead press. And as simple as this training method is, it will produce substantial results if you give it time, if you're patient, if you do not rush the process. Because I find that training volume for beginners can be something like a double-edged sword for people who are very analytical with their program. They want a number crunch, exactly how many reps they're doing and exactly what they should be doing each day. And for those people, they can get carried away with doing a little too much. But on the flip side, they can be very precise with their progression for intermediate athlete, as an intermediate athlete, and for more advanced lifters. But from a beginner standpoint, again, that's not needed. Work on your program and stay consistent. So I'd like to end this video with a question. When you were a beginner lifter, did you struggle with training volume? And were you manipulating it while you were training? If so, what did you do? And has that made you feel a particular way right now? Was that beneficial or harmful? So you can let me know in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time.